Knowing your late matter, I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been gathered, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You're familiar with Doma, yes? In Ortod? But like the rest of the nations, the eastern continent is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale. More importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in Empire, such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue their opportunity. Come with me to Olda. Unless I am mistaken, I am very rarely mistaken, we will find the Doman's bickering with Sultan Swarm. Royal Promenade. We're uncertain of your role in the promised seeds. Insurances sorry. Your guests are not themselves Imperial agents. It seems fair to assume that they may be pursued by some.
Ooh,
Sadly, do enjoy
excuse me.
sparking report satisfied. Search for Domans on the Royal Promenade. Right. It matters not how many times you ask, without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. You understand, good sir, we have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. I'll ask that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us a small kindness. Who of you, and darken these doors no longer, I will not ask again. You know not what you do. Gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. Loyal man with a cold heart, I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Now from the love I saw at your service, a friend. Chevalier makes me very nearly unique in this part of the world, at least. Few indeed are allies know that yet. You will need some if you wish to endear yourself in the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation. We shall see if there's aught we can do to help. Hello, Alphino. We'll talk about what to do next.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea, from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Alright, fair enough. Speak with Yugiri. If I may, ma'am, as I said earlier, we have been in the sea for some short years, our supplies are all but spent. I'm not the heart to repeat the tales of tribulation, nor will it please you to listen to them. Please suffice to say other sacrifices have been made. It would shame me to beg for more when you have already offered so much. Desperation compels me. Good, madame, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, will go a long way. Speak with Momodi. Alright, speak to Momodi. Why didn't you see sooner? Curse Alp, you couldn't have picked a better day. Wealthy merchant and his entrance were here to do a banquet here. Feet, best of all, be paid for the lot in advance. Go and call here to Cactuar on the Suffer Avenue exchange. Tell him I said to ship the little prince order to Awaking Sands. Alright? It's just outside here, right? Okay. Business for 3Gs. I normally want to question Mr. Spinelli's, but that doesn't seem wise to me. Here we go. I'll not speak with the children, but if you ask me, any man what can earn a crust deserves to go hungry. I'll talk to you first here. That's right, auto request. May I help you misheard her instruction? No, it's exactly what she told me. Thing like this, they'll start to expect it. You mark my words. Let's speak with Momodi. Go back there. They didn't give me an order, did they? Good, now go and tell Lady Yugiri it's all in hand. Alright. Fair enough. Dare not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect Mistress Momodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. What is it? I briefed the Flame Journal conversation. I think he will be pleased with his reply. We have been granted an audience? Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both, we should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done so much for me, Master Alphino. I swear we shall return the favor. Not as old, Lady Urgry, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. And I shall choose them with care. You'll be accompanying us, yes? Good, your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy. Yeah, sure, I'll go remind them, alright? I will remind them that they owe me a favor. Alright, Ruban. Pleasure. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting.
I, Yugiri of Doma, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Doma, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the Purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Uldar. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than Gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldar's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Well then, that sucks.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace. And I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, Little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Okay, he's like to change it off. However, I wonder how many men stays seeing value. I will no time more wars on him. You won't follow me to the Hall of Flames. Yeah, sure. Where's the Hall of Flames? It's on down here, right? Where's that? Oh, it's outside. It's just outside over here. Okay. Seeing it spoken, I see no point in moving that the matter may be considered. Monasteries have made their position clear. The Great Olda is not an option. Nor are limits are good I judge given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our dormant defense confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddle in their airless hold with no hope for better treatment. Without I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. Enough of that, this is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the same conditions and I do, well, we all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot weakly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for Sultanate to accept us for a limited time? Maybe even just a few days? Excellent, I shall keep you informed. Here, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alfino. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of the 7th Dawn, stands in a place called Ravenet's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the confidence of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Ravenet's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labor, lest you doubt, while not save food and shelter be way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself propose, Lady Yugiri. Though I will not hear words said against our beloved Ulda, Ravenet's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they cannot accommodate us, we shall gladly accept. Master Owen, once again, I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Ravenet's Toll, which would be no small feat considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Old Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there are not others. Lady Yugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames could provide. Go to the Adventurers Guild. Alright, helping out. What'd you have? We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Ravenet's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard our ship. With sinister supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch your limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured. All those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Thank you, Momodi. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught that our Immortal Flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed. But the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 domens to Morduna. When the government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the domain's behalf. Very well, we should begin contract negotiations once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people, it is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ulda, Lady Yuri. And you in reverence told, my friend lord. Well, it sounds like we all have work to do. Lady Yuri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? The task of escorting our domain friends to you after you have arrested Rome. Will you say you? Yeah, sure. You do not prepare to the departure of the Vesperia, for they will be transported to by carriage to Ulda. I said, it has all been decided rather suddenly, and would not require me if your choose required some assistance in coordinating the preparations. I would have to return to Vesperia and facilitate the process. Sure. Pick the man named Hosen when you arrive. Back to the Waking Sands again. Often informed me of the sign would be arriving to help with the preparation. I am honored to meet you, though shame as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. I knew from the glance of Madrid, you were to have some skill at arms. So adept at staying hidden from my sight, perhaps your keen eyes succeed where I have failed. Sure, let's go. You have my thanks. Please seek out Yosen, he can help you more. Well, hello, I'm Yosen, son of Hosen. Will you be coming with us to Ulda? I hear we're traveling by a horse-drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer drivers that people ride like horses? I still want to try riding one. Yeah, you're looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for your carriages. I need your help, though. We were just finding a game of hide-and-seek. Oh god. Okay. Hide-and-seek. Okay, let's go. Not hide-and-seek, are you? A game of hide-and-seek. Someone's hiding here. Hey, you're not Hosen, are you? How far are you? Didn't know anyone else? Wait a minute, you're not one of those? Alright. We found one. One over here? No. Over here. Where the heck are they hiding? This is a fun game of hide and seek. I know they're within the circle, so just walk around the circle. Upstairs. Yeah, one of them is here. I found you. Go meet up with the others. Wonderful, I'll turn that account on Hensik. I see that you are curious. It is quite simple, really. Lady Yugiri taught us that the children know what to do in case Impermanence found us. I should hope that those days are behind us, but I nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. Ring of Healing, do that. Okay, next quest. Longmax wasn't in his group or ready to leave. Whisper Bay. First credit round due to departs, followed by the rest of regular intervals. Keeping us on our journey. Is this like an escort quest again? With her own Hirschman. Eager to be off, are you? Alright, very well. I was meaning to have a word with you about that. The runner of the blade says we might have a problem. Fierce looking beast deep inside its soft bridge. Across dangers. You know what to do. Yes, I know what to do. I'll survey the road for any dangerous creatures. Oh, where the heck did she got that mount? That's a pretty cool map. Let's go speak to him and tell him that everything's fine. Yeah, they would have been very different. We cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten, Lady Yugiri's kinsman, least of all. We fought fiercest, though they knew, but well, it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Who sheltered the promise of a better life and all this more we owe to her? How does one begin to repay such a debt? A kind father to she who has been given everything. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do it without question. Oh, someone's here. What is it? Oh, hello. Hello? What is it? Hey, I want to know why you became an adventurer. To go with her, the wild rose blooms. So you like roses? I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything, but don't they grow in lots of places? It's my turn now. Excuse me, I've got a question. What's Revenant's Toll like? Is it pretty? It is a bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers. Bustling outposts frequented by countless adventurers. You mean that there are lots of people there who are just as strong as you? Oh, I can't wait. And of course, oh, it's my turn. When I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? I feel like these two are going to be important later in the storyline. At this point, because it's like they're asking you questions, and your answers are going to be their motivations later in the game. That feels like that's what's happening here. What is the best way to become more powerful? Seek out the new experiences and adventures. Ferocious beats. Buy weapons and armor from Rowena. Seek out new experiences. Seek out new experiences and adventures. Of course, to be a better adventurer, you need more to go adventuring. Alright, that's enough questions. That's not fair. Why does Yozen get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? Yeah, sure. Yeah, then I will. Thanks for the advice. I won't forget it. I'm going to be an adventurer too. When we get to Roven's Toll, let's make an adventurers guild. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Pat was in Yugiri. Yeah, just like Pat and Yugi. We can talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Well, yeah, that's my mission. That's my quest. Else, I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Gary should travel their minutes to forthwith. Yes. Let's go. So Lady Gary met with the guild representative and Roven's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here, Talon, which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Domain direction duration of the journey. Yeah, sure, I can do that. Mordona, Revenant's Toll. And the Slathborn. Any news? Oh, this must be the esteemed Lady Yuri and her associates. We greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the Toll. I hope you do not find our families off-putting. For though we may seem, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We welcome all sorts, provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no stranger to hard work, Master Softborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out orders with due diligence. Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, lady. For understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals, and you need bow your head for calling Master Eater. We are both frontier hands as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Softborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Your guests have yet to meet the antecedents. Son of House, Bettis, why are you wasting time with me? See them to the rising stones. Good gear over here. Oh wow, that's a beautiful one over there. Whom much is given, much is expert. You give me a requirement to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. I shall join you at the Rising Stones anon. time to talk to Philly again about the refugees. There's no use. Our attempts to reach the students of Baldason continue to meet with failure. Renger has explored other avenues of inquiry, but the two have yielded naught. We will persevere, of course, yet within our hearts. The truth is clear, we are but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fared the Domans? I am given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved? I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny this matter falls outside of normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees. Please show her in. I should very much like to meet her. You have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady. Are you quite certain? You have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it has been a pleasure, and does not alas, we must take our leave as the first carriage are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Southbourne, Lady Yuri. And I will make the necessary preparations to ensure that our domain fiends feel at home. I must admit that I am still troubled. Missing crystals. Yeah, I guess I could. A cutscene?
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
The plot thickens.
So what are you up to now?
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet, which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning a Efreet with such crystals as they have hoarded. Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand? There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late. Oh gods, they mean to summon Leviathan?
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Ugh.
Such a disturbance in the Aether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
Soon, soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless one. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You shared that vision, did you not? Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye, a Primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
A primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a Primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
Where's Great Leviathan summon? Achieving that goal. I'm sending us to meet the Emerald. Alright, let's go meet the Emerald and then send them inside. Yes, command room. Let's go. Hello, Melra. Come, take it. Your shelter has apprised you of the situation. Let us waste no time then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Last, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Talon to supplement their case. For short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I'm not inclined to let fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom is ready to launch a large-scale operation toward the summoning. We would welcome the science supporting this endeavor, but if gods forbid our efforts shouldn't come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. I'm given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reason for doing so. I do, Emerald, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with my own eyes. Is that so? Well, I'm not so stubborn to deny the wish of one whose aid I require. Precautions is mistaken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. To speak of the operation. Maelstrom scouts are currently coordinating Sahara movements within the subcell spawning grounds. On completing their mission, they will return to the operation staging point, Capskull Valley. Commander Falk has charge of the garrison. Alright. Easy enough. Swift with the Hall of Flames. Oh, that's the wrong one. It's this one. Port. On behalf of the men and women here, our safety of citizens is paramount. If your aid will prevent Leviathan's return. She's growing. The men minute. We must proceed with all caution. Yep, turns long overdue. Fear that it may have befallen them. Just their fate is not to I would have asked you to search. Alright, let's go.
Hello.
Hello. Try and make sure these guys are alive. I don't think you can see them, though, but...
Nope. To me, it looks like you're just checking the beach.
No, I'm saving wounded soldiers.
Okay.
I'm gonna go report back. I'm gonna be of service. Not you, I'm gonna talk to everyone. There we go. And over. These wounds are not intended to kill, but to torture. Maim. Does their strategy know no bounds? Enemies or no? They go too far. I dread to think that we have become the two remaining unaccounted for. Alright. Not many of these. Again. The gift of tyranny. Foster awaits the comments of the operation with barely concealed rage. No cutscene. Oh, there's a cutscene.
Okay.
Toss the damn fishbacks and kill them slowly and then cause their rotten souls through all the 7 hells. Okay, fair enough. Oh, Milreb and Filia arrived. Please, Commander, we are here for the purpose and vengeance. I want you to find the task at hand, savvy. You count on me to keep a clear hand. Smuggling their trials have already begun amassing a meteorite and its death is subset. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready. We but await orders. But we are not heartless of that. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast. Maelstrom shall engage the direct Strike Legion forward. Prison fleet shall harry the enemy off from offshore. And likewise, we Scion shall form a small unit in hope of confusing the Sajid defensive fort. Notice ensure that the two of you are to make your way to the side of the summoning ritual. The Emerald's diversion should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through it without drawing in unwarranted attention. Tankard, do you agree? Your mission is to lure out as many Sahajin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take to your heels and circle around to join the infiltration unit if you show them your patios. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aether, accompanied by Lord Filiaz, we agree. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle. To battle. When we last did we fight side by side? Too long ago I weren't, but come on, let us away. There we go. To battle. You're not summoning the Leviathan. We're gonna stop you. Oh, who's shooting?
You'll forgive me my lateness.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled, Swordwalkers. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Such power! It is transcendent!
Seven hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal. Oh, mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial. beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Heavens fulfilled.
Damn it all!
My being am the way. It should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Oh, you disappeared.
I probably got teleported somewhere. Oh yeah, by the big giant Aetherite. Pick up no normal wall water, which the Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries.
Oh, you're not very far. Okay.
Yeah, by the big giant crystal. Cannot suffer history to be repeated, yet how in the 7 hells are we prevented? Okay. Complete. Morlo's brooding over the Leviathan's return. Cannot consider, so I cannot think one. Well, the Leviathan's summoned, now what do we do? Oh god. Oh, they make me go back to the Limsa and the Limsa.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone, it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystal stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The Primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed 2 ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
It will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slapierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legend tells us that they were walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them, that I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come to face with Primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. What is it? It's true. I judged it best that it was delivered at once. I'm listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared to claim to have defeated Leviathan. What? One of the Committee of Heroes. Dispatched one of our men to question the individual. Trying to put any more, even should it be true. Best Leviathan, we know how they went about it. Interesting. Well, let's ask him how he did it then, I guess. Good vessel will be ready soon? I hope so. Your journey proved fruitful, yes. To the heart of the world. There's a storm private. Another cutscene. Oh, look here. I have a bloody pride to carry the sacks of grain over the mill. Sure, that's... Oh, this guy again. He says he used to be the company of heroes. This guy again. Seriously? Well, 3 days straight about doing... 3 days straight and do heroes we complain. A generous soul. I'll pick up your ears and I'm gonna be bringing myself. There's only how much a pick this man can take in one sitting. Dread primal Leviathans. That was usually no mistake. Rarely see her. Ah, this guy. Why is he always pretending to be a warrior of light? Oh, it's you again. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I was just enjoying the attention is all I think. I take back everything I said. Sorry, part of the company of heroes? No murder. Yeah, I know. You're faking it again. I'm sure as hell didn't fight the Leviathan. Right, you're completely useless, dude. Right there and then, no good. He ran away, okay. Yes. But take care, he really is terrible, dreadful. I'll tell you, if you're not careful, he'll end up his gullet up on the sea. Yes. Can't believe you made me handle a chocobo down. Oh well, you got played. Infila, were you able to learn enough? Nope. See, that is unfortunate. At any rate, I have a tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. Which memorable decks? After the analysis, the moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessels, the whore leader. Okay. The whore leader. Okay. The whore leader and her crew. Yeah. The whore leader. Okay. The whore letter. Whore leader. Okay. Lord of the Wool. Enter the Lord of the Wool. The wet wall? Oh, I know you're already. In construction in some haste, an hour later, you're pretty much sure you're capable. Report to Rob Dollar and his whole world, depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. First to the sergeant, their trolls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Yeah, I think we're ready to fight the Leviathan now. Go to the table. Would join the third levy and Lady Yuri the fifth. Alright, fair enough. Oh gods, have I... Yeah, let's go, let's do it. May the crystal bless you, yes. Don't worry, it'll be a cinch. It'll be easy, we're gonna destroy it, and it's gonna be gone. The Whirliter hard. Alright. Join.
Oh my, it wasn't ready right away. Oh, I see. It's a raid. We need 2 parties. Darn.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait. Just a little bit, shouldn't take too long.
Yep. 8 people.
You know how this fight works?
No.
Well, do you remember how it works? Because I'm just doing it for the first time.
I do not remember. That's why I asked in the party chat. Just coming back. Kill him. Just come back to this game and you should know about this guy. Just kill him. Will do. Tail phase reflects damage based on your damage type.
Oh, the emergency button when it comes up. Okay, so when it's the tail phase, we press the emergency button. That's it. Push the button.
Push the button.
During the tail phase, because it reflects damage. Okay, so... Push the button during the tail phase because it reflects damage. Someone's probably gonna do it. Only one person needs to do that.
I hope so. Finding Nemo taught us to always touch the button.
True. Alright. Let's do this. Oh god, I'm trying to flip the ship. Oh, you have to pull the tail as well.
I noticed.
spell.
Okay.
Oh, that was when you had to push a button, wasn't it? Because we all got wiped.
Yeah.
I see what the button does now. It's supposed to prevent the stops the tidal wave.
Yeah. Apparently we hit it too early. Somebody hit it too early.
Yeah, main hit it too early. It tells you when you can hit it at least.
Tail.
Fast enough. I guess no one saw the wave. I saw it when it was too late. So we survived this, at least. Press the button in time. There we go. Oh, other than the button, that was it.
There we go. That's done. I'm assuming you have a cutscene.
No, probably not have a cutscene. Gotta go report back.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Well, continue this next time on Final Fantasy XIV. Gonna be hopping off here today.